Hello, and welcome back to the quest for the Dragonborn Museum. As we left off last time, in basically about the same place, in the Grand Hall of the Dragonborn Museum itself. Today, we have one goal before we actually start working with things here. The goal for today is to recruit the 3 companions. As we have a little bit of gold to our name, we'll be able to ride a carriage where we need to go. So, before that though, I'm going to go drop off stuff in my inventory that I might not need for now, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So, I've gone ahead and just sorted everything into my house. And here we are, back in Stormwind. Nothing too fancy should happen while we're just going through the city. You can see, just the town itself just looks a lot more vibrant. I also messed with the lighting a little bit, making it a little bit brighter, with vivid weathers. So, the first command we're going to be going to get is Auri, who we can get while going to the Falkreath. Auri is one of my favorite companions I've used in Skyrim just overall. There's a couple of companions I've liked that I'm not going to be using in this playthrough, such as ones like Sophia, but that's mostly because I think I've played her basically completely out. Whereas with Auri, she actually has interactions with both Lucien and Inigo. So the 3 of them can just basically be vibing because Inigo and Lucien also have built-in. So, like to hire a carriage.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go to Falkreath, and take me straight to
Going straight
Falkreath.
through, or did you want to stop? Climb and
With stuff
back,
like that, the little
Sophia.
camera can be a little daunting, but overall, pretty good.
Just sit back. This won't take long.
So as we're going to Falkreath, I also made sure to enable Obis, Organized Bandits in Skyrim, for both the patrols and the bandits in general, as well as Genesis. So there's a chance that I might run into some pretty big trouble even before I get there. Especially since it's late. I'm just gonna wait 4 hours, make it a little bit daytime to travel, nice and nice. Here we are. It is 7 a.m. And the game is still organizing stuff a little bit. A little bit of a lag spike there, but it's fine. So as we see, we still have our Ancient Nord both favorited, and we also have a healing favorited. So first of all, Auri's burrow, or pod, is right here. And while Immersive FUD usually hides stuff, I can set myself on the right track by doing this. I hit the X key, which drops down the little menu to display. So I know it's basically a straight shot this way. Here's some wolves, which I prefer not to tingle with. Yeah, they're all mine. Grass is up to my chin. Sheesh. As is here, from this very naturally looking tree, is Auri's pot. Which looks very out of place, but let's go say hello.
It's quite beautiful here, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose it is.
Where I come from, the trees grow tall and wide, and each one has a spirit of their own. Here, the trees are all stunted and seem to have no souls at all. The autumn colors are the same.
Where are you from?
Valenwood, all the way to the south. What about you? Are you from here?
I'm also from Valenwood.
Oh, I should have figured as much. Forgive me. Do you know Skyrim very well?
Not yet. I'm still exploring myself. I'm actually the guild master of an explorer's guild, believe it or not.
I see. I don't suppose you're in need of a traveling companion, are you? I could use someone to show me around this cold, unfamiliar place. I'm a very good archer too, so I could watch your back in return. What do you say?
Why not? I could use a traveling companion.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it.
So, a difference between Auri versus every other companion is just because she joins you, she doesn't necessarily not care about everything. This is all still steel, and she will get very hostile if you do so. But we recruited Auri, so off we go to the next one. So the next one is also pretty easy. So I'm going to open here and fast travel to Falkreath. And if memory serves correctly, he should be inside the Dead Man's Drink, which is the Tavern of Falkreath. If not, well, we'll go find Inigo, who will be also easy to find. Oh, big and rainy. Here we are on to Dead Man's Drink.
Come on in. We got more food, more drinks, and more beds.
Where are you at? Interesting.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable
Oh,
warriors.
here's Lucien.
I think you've got what it takes. My headquarters is in Solitude.
Excuse me, madam. I don't normally do this, but, have you got a moment to talk?
Of course.
Marvelous. My name is Lucien Flavius. I'm a scientist, philosopher, amateur wizard, and something of a musician, though I suppose that's more of a hobby. I couldn't help noticing that you seem, how can I put this, well acquainted with the less savory side of Skyrim?
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I do. I'm here in Skyrim on an expedition, academic mainly. I find the province simply fascinating. The flora, the fauna, the ruins, both Dwemer and Nordic, the architecture, the politics. Trouble is, I'm really not much of a fighter. I know a few spells and can just about swing a sword, but beyond that, I'm pretty useless in combat. Skyrim's no place for a milk drinker like me. Not on my own, anyway. So, I'm looking for someone to travel with.
Go on.
I suppose what I'm asking is, would you awfully mind if I tag along? I will of course compensate you most handsomely for putting up with me.
How much we talking? Gotta be well compensated after all.
Oh, shall we say 300 septims up front? After that, I'll top you up every time we come across something useful to my research. At your discretion, of course. No obligations, save that you take me with you, and assist in keeping me alive wherever possible.
Sounds like a deal.
Oh, splendid. Here's your gold.
Skyrim never
This is
changes,
going to be
NPC
quite the
interrupting
adventure.
us. So,
Let's go.
I can tell he is definitely not someone built for combat immediately, at least.
Dead man's drink. Charmingly optimistic. Oh, but then I suppose you've got nothing to worry about, have you? Being a woman.
And as you can tell, he has quite the way with words. So now, we go off to get our final companion, Inigo. To find Inigo, we have to go to Riften. And if you're familiar with the town, you know, it's not always the most... how to put it? It's not the friendliest. However, I don't see the... What the hell is that? I don't see the carriage here. So what we're going to do I don't have to stable fast travel point here. I'm just doing lovely. And we don't have anything over there, right? Nope. So, I'm going to go into Solitude. Go through a couple of loading screens. And then take the carriage over to Riften. So, Inigo is a unique companion in a bunch of different ways. He is very adaptable. He can be like an archer, a warrior. He's very, very good at the martial arts. And you can make him either light or heavy, whichever your preference is. And the other thing with Inigo, and with the other two companions, is there's actually a lot of story with these three. Lucien, as he said, he's basically an Imperial. He's essentially a noble son. He's not stuck up, and he's not a pain in the butt like a lot of other Imperial nobles are. However, he is, to say that he's inexperienced would be generous. Auri, she is a Bosmer from Valenwood proper, and she is here in Skyrim for who knows what reason. But she doesn't like it too much. And he's sleeping over here, but he'll wake up at some point. So, we are going to Riften.
Where do you want to go?
So, the Rift.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop?
Take me straight to Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
So, climbing back.
I might have to stop and get myself
So, I've given a brief explanation of Auri and Lucien, but Inigo is possibly the most fleshed out companion mod in Skyrim. He has hundreds, if not thousands, of lines of dialogue, and he's pretty good about going through a lot of it without repeating too much in between.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
What's the tax for?
For the privilege of entering the city. What
This is
does that
obviously a shakedown. Oh, I don't have
Call it
the...
what you want. You don't
Alright.
pay, then you're not getting it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Let me know.
Usually that's a pretty easy speech check. But I guess it's not free like the one if a right run is. Interesting. And that right there is actually our first bit of experience on this character.
Fine. If you won't listen to me, I'll find someone who will.
So, what we need to do... There's going to be a lot of talking, but we don't really care about any of that at the moment. So what we need to do is actually beeline to the jail, believe it or not. And we're going to use some of the money that Lucien gave us put to good use. Because, unfortunately, Riften, for better or worse, is a very, very corrupt place. So while we can waltz into the prison, just kinda... we'll be able to recruit him. They are a fan of their fees, to put it one way.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Official business only.
Can I pass now?
Sure, that'll do just fine. Go on ahead.
So, and then no one else is going to get mad at you. So what we need to do is open the strongbox, get Inigo's cell key, and we'll actually take a read of the Crazy Khajiit. Important. The Crazy Khajiit in Cell 1 is not to be disturbed. He paid us good money for that cage, so don't go bothering him. If he's still in here a month, I think we should enforce a little rent increase. I doubt we'll get the chance, though. You've all seen the way he looks. Won't surprise if he tries to end his life soon. If you see him in a particularly suicidal mood, get in there and stop him. He's been using the key we gave him, so if you need to be in there in a hurry, use the spare from the broken strongbox above the fireplace. A dead man can't pay rent. Warden Norton. Riften is not a very kind place, but cell 1 is right here. We can see Inigo right there. Hello, Inigo.
Come to kill me at last, have you? Thank the gods. I can bear the guilt no longer.
Excuse me?
I know I must die. Beware, though. My newfound honor demands I defend myself.
Wait, do you know me? What the hell is going on?
Careful!
The hell?
What's that, Mr. Dragonfly? The outside world is a scary place. Well, yes, I suppose it can be. It can be beautiful too. You should try it.
Well, we'll ignore that for now.
Come to kill me at last, have you? Thank the...
Wait.
I know I must die. Beware, though. My newfound honor demands I
Wait,
defend myself.
do you know me?
I am in no mood for jokes. Strike me down.
I
Take your
honestly have
revenge.
no idea what you're talking about. Who are you?
You don't remember? That is my fault also. I am your so-called friend Inigo. I was the one who killed you. I tried anyway. I am guilty. Kill me.
Well, you didn't do a very good job, did you? Why are you here?
After I shot you, I finally realized my mistake and tried to turn myself in. Your body was gone. The guards did not believe me. They said I was wasting their time. I had to pay them to put me in this cell. It is where I belong. I needed to repent. I need to repent.
If you thought I was dead, then why are you here waiting for me?
I heard tales of a remarkable adventurer, both brave and resourceful, matching your description. I knew it was you. It had to be. I knew you would be coming for me, so I waited. Are you going to kill me or not?
I think he might be a little loose, but... I don't remember much, but it's clear that you owe me. Come with me.
I fight with
Yes,
you?
Inigo. Repay your debt with the blood of my foes.
Or die defending you? Yes, I accept. I feel lighter in my heart now you have given me this opportunity. It will be like old times.
Just watch where you aim that bow of yours.
Do not joke about such things, my friend. The sadness I feel for what I have done is brutal enough. For now.
Hello there. Just thought I'd introduce myself. I'm Lucien.
Hey there, Lucien. My name is Inigo. Very pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too, Inigo. I think we're going to make a great team.
Yes, I am sure we will.
You don't sound very convinced.
Well, you seem a little,
A little
weak.
what? Well educated? Well dressed? Well feeling?
Weak. I mean no offense. I am sure you will be fine.
Fine. You're sure I'll be fine? Gosh, thanks for the vote of confidence, Inigo.
Forget I said anything. Sorry, Julian.
It's Lucien.
Lucien, yes. What did I say?
Julian.
My apologies.
Apology accepted. Right then, Indigo. Let's get back to it, shall we?
It is Inigo, not Indigo.
Exactly.
Point taken. I do not know about your skill with a blade, but your intellect is clearly sharper than most. Glad to have you with us,
Lucien!
Lucien, yes, Lucien. I am sorry.
You're doing it on purpose now.
I love the interactions.
Yes?
So, when we talked to Auri earlier, kind of bugged out. Luckily, we have this spell called Summon Auri that I can use. So, there's a bunch of stuff we can take in here. This Muffled Tongue Necklace. Inigo the Brave, which is a choose your own adventure book that we'll look at later.
Hello there. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. My name is Lucien Florence.
I'm Auri. I suppose you and I will both be looking after our mutual friend from now on, huh?
Looking after. Yes, quite. That's what I do. I look after people. Definitely not the other way round.
Worry not, my dear new friend. I've got your back as well.
See, they're just good vibes all around. So Inigo, as you can tell, is very well equipped for the journey up ahead. So we're going to collect this, collect that. There's a chest over here. Some good resources such as iron armor, a lot of arrows, a steel sword, and a hunting bow. So I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him the armor.
Is mine.
So he has some armor. You see, he actually has this Inigo's ebony bow. It's, I believe it's a standard ebony bow, so it's pretty strong, but I'm not going to take it because it's his. He has an ebony sword as well, so he's coming well equipped with himself. I am also going to give him Mr. Dragonfly, because he always wants Mr. Dragonfly. You can see he wears it on his hip. It's cute. Alright, Lucien. Excuse me. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to head back out and we are going to catch another carriage. The carriage this time, however, will be to Riverwood. And the first dungeon of the game we'll be clearing out is the mines near Riverwood.
I don't know you.
But this will be a good first test for me and my companions, and also kind of a reality check on difficulty of the game. The only enemies we fought so far were some skeletons in episode 1. Skeletons in Skyrim, for the vast majority, are essentially one-shot kills. And even though we saw that they weren't, well, they weren't exactly threatening either. So, Cigar, I'd like to hire a carriage. Take me to Right Run Hold. Drop me off at Riverwood.
Stop somewhere along the way. Climb and back, and we'll be off. Just sit back. Don't take
I'm also unsure how much I will be wanting to use fast travel, or I'd be okay, or using the carriage, and running between locations. I'm unsure, but I'll figure it out in time, I'm sure. So, another thing with this mod pack that I've created is almost everything's modded. There's very little vanilla left. Here we are in Riverwood. Nice, bright, and sunny. So the first thing we're going to do, as I said, is we're going to go take out the mines. Nothing really noteworthy here just yet. But you see, like, nice sign. And we're going to be taking a walkway that's up here.
Inigo, are you up for a bit of rhyming?
Sure. My mind is a little bored, so this is pretty good timing.
Well, I'm sure we'd both rather be doing this than farming.
Looks like Auri broke again. But first I'll pray.
In my opinion, word games are best when you play them reclining.
You see top left? Favorite with Jeffrey added.
The place, but there's usually a silver lining.
I must admit.
Yes?
I may have lost the context of these words I am combining.
I can see that. Headlining.
Okay. You win. Very good.
Thank you. I must say, this has put me in a
Hello.
rather good mood.
I'm Auri.
Well, it should.
That was fun, Inigo. Thank you.
I am pleased to meet you. My name is Inigo.
Nice to meet you, too. I guess we are both going to be watching our friends back from now on, huh?
Yes, we are.
As you can tell, they actually have interactions between all three of them. Just really nice to see. I love little stuff like that. But, as I said, the first thing we'll be doing up here is clearing out the mine. Got him.
Damn it.
So, Hunter Moore is another mod I have enabled. And it basically makes it so cleaning animals, or looting animals, is much more dynamic. So yeah. So I'm going to field dress it, which gives us all of this. And that takes a little bit of time. So if you look at the top left, you see that took us about 2 hours. So it's not something you might want to do for every single animal.
My name is Auri, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
And see, that took us about an hour, but now we can do stuff like skinning, harvesting ingredients, and butchering meat. That took a little bit. And now you can see we can harvest ingredients. So like the wolf liver and sometimes eyes. So alchemy stuff. Or hey, we got a tooth and the bone. And now we want to butcher the meat. And you can see it's starting to get late. Now, I forget exactly what the entrance is of the mines.
Underground,
I believe it's actually back this way a little bit, maybe.
overground, adventuring free.
Part of the fun of Skyrim, sometimes just not knowing where you're going. And just adventuring about until you find your way.
Let us end these
Oh god.
cutthroats.
So this is another mod that spells have longer term effects. Like here's frozen, so she's frozen midair now. And since the beginning of the game, I am definitely going to be looting a lot. Not everything's gonna be really worth it, but stuff like that's definitely. And you can hear one of the other mods I have. It gives like racials, and one of the ones for Bosmer is you can cannibalize to get essentially additional stats temporarily. Embouchure mines. So, by chance, possibly the first dungeon you interact with in the game. You do the vanilla intro. Click the mushroom. And here you can see a lot of the colors, as well as just actually just more enemies in general. Usually it's just the two down there. So one of the things I like toggling with this is value to weight. So early game you want to be looting everything. However, if it doesn't even have at least a value to weight of 25 and it's not basically just free, it's usually not quite worth it. I'll eat that, and I discovered health regeneration. I can take that, so now I have a torch. Down here, if you didn't know, sometimes some stew will spawn in one of these. Like here, we got squash and onion stew. I'll eat that for the for you generation. Pick up the mushrooms. And now another thing is sometimes bands will spawn along here. Sometimes one will spawn down here mining. Here we have a little journal. Talks about the guy who is unfortunately passed here. And sometimes up here, there might be someone up here. What's this time though? And then the next step is to pull the lever. And someone comes up and is like, hey, what the hell?
Thought we had a guard post against her. What's there?
As you tell, they're not very happy about all this. So, we're coming out here. I'll let my companions take care of it while I make sure there's nothing around here that's useful. And you can see they already won it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to favorite this torch. So I'm going to put a torch to 3. And this way, we can see in dark areas.
Someone there?
And where the corpse of that huntress go? And I'll heal myself up real quick, since we're already discovered. And here's the corpse of the woman. So she has the mine key, some arrows, and a septum. So I believe she was trying to hide that because her pathfinding didn't allow her to open up the door. Maybe she didn't have a key. Oh, and there we are. First level up the game. Let's quickly search all the goodies here, and I'll apply it. Here's the first painting, so I can show that at the end. Well,
It was much too short.
she came looking, and she basically after I found out. Well, hey, look, an enchantment. And some robes. We can give to our friend Lucien.
Yes, boss.
So I'm going to be
Take
giving him
whatever
those
you need.
robes of destruction. And now he's better
Let's get
equipped.
moving.
So here comes the hardest part of the cave, so I'm going to be doing this. Gotta go sneak attack. And let's apply that level up real quick, actually. So let's put the stamina. You can see I actually don't have a base 100 every stat, which is another side effect of the mod. Archery, since that's our main weapon of choice right now.
Let me give you some room.
Oh, the bandage sheath got messed up. Armor and weapons aren't really worth all that much. And I'm going to very carefully approach. So I'm now going to stay still for a couple moments. And then the bodies will appear, so I know where they are. So I hear someone out at the forge, which I don't necessarily see. But I see someone's out there on the bridge. Well, undiscovered. So I'm going to fall back here and let my companions take the brunt. There we go.
Did we win?
The end of the fight. So now, we can have the fun of looting all the things. It was well fought on all sides, but we did end up coming out victorious. It's a plate of Morrowind.
Excuse me. I think that left sandwich could be more. Are set
And here you have a fishing spot if you have the anniversary edition of Skyrim or the Creation Club mod itself.
What is on your mind? Okay, let us get back to it.
And evidently was a museum item, the Battle Axe of Hatred. So, from here, I think this is where we'll wrap it up for today. We did a fair amount of work today. We recruited our 3 companions, we learned a little bit about the stories, and we even cleared our first dungeon, the Ember Shard Mines. And we've also gained our first level. We are now level 2. There's a lot that we accomplished today. So, as I think I'm going to make customary for if we get some new items for the museum, I think we'll try to end a lot of the episodes, unless it's a very extensive one, here at the museum itself. And you can really tell that a little bit of the lighting's better. Not by a ton, but a little better. I'll keep looking to see what I can do. But we'll come over here, activate the prep station, and move to display. I think today's episode went pretty well. Here we have Auri, who we'll be talking to more extensively once we finish what he wants. which I'll be continuing on to next episode by visiting Helgen. I think this will be the first thing we do next time. And maybe we'll try to get his pots from Borgoth, I believe it was, from that letter. Hopefully we don't have to pay the finder's fee for that one, because we're still kind of broke. But at least we're a little bit richer than we were. So, last episode we ended at, I think, 8 display items. I think today we probably got a couple of more.
Why do you keep staring at me when you think I'm not looking, Lucien?
Staring? Me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you never seen a bossman woman up close before?
Actually, no. I've not spent much time with your people. I suppose it's a new experience for me.
So,
And here we are. We have 9 new displays, so now we're at 29.
you were staring at me then.
No, I...
Don't panic. I'm pulling your leg.
He sounds very done with Auri. So as you can see here, the Battle Axe of Hatred. Which is kind of powerful, to be honest, to find something like that in Evershard Mines. Probably a mod messing with that, to be honest. But I think that will wrap up episode number 2 of the quest to complete the museum. I hope that everyone enjoyed, and hope you'll be back here next time.